Jackie, she's live. I want to say welcome to those watching and those on 99.6 FM. I have a very controversial issue topic here with me this evening. I have a transgender. Her name is Sharon Mattis, otherwise called Beyonce, right? And she has some nerve-wracking news to give you. Also with me is Mrs. Hanson, and she's the CEO from the Come Up and Heal Hospital. Okay, Mr. Beyonce.
Miss Beyonce.
Miss Beyonce.
My dear ma'am, yesterday morning I come at the clinic, Manchester Health Department, so to speak, because I have a problem that I need to see a doctor, okay? But when I come and I address myself, I tell the secretary good morning, and that I need to get myself registered to see a doctor. And he didn't want me to go through the date. He was questioning me whether I'm a man or a woman. He doesn't business with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have known my identity. Right. I'm sure about that. But now I need some information. I need to know what to do.
Okay.
Because I have a problem by which I need to see a doctor.
Okay, so you say you went to the Come Hill clinic to get some treatment,
yes,
and you were turned back, right? You want to say what treatment you went to accept?
I've seen some bumps around my vagina. So I just can't say what bumps they have, but I need to see a doctor so that he can determine what treatment he or she might give me.
Okay, and to my understanding, what I know is that nobody's supposed to be turned back from the health facility. Don't think we have free health care in this country. Nobody's supposed to be turned back. So what is the first step, lad? What is the first step?
I think I need some redress system, you know, and I think despite the fact that whatever he might want to look at me at, I also have my rights, because I'm a human. And I think I was born with my right, so I refuse to let anyone take that away from me.
Okay, fair enough. And he has this point that we can beat him to that. So how would you respond when you were told? How did you respond when you were turned back?
Based on the fact that I know that we are not very much recognized in the country, and that Jamaicans do not support us much. So I guess my voice was limited at that time. So now I need some assistance.
Okay.
Because I think I do have a voice.
Okay, to you, Mrs. Hanson, what do you have to say with the issue?
So you know, Beyonce, I've listened to your complaint, and I see your pain. Based on what you're saying, I see where you feel that
painful, my dear.
You were maybe discriminated against. So for that, I want to apologize, but I want to assure you that at our hospital, one of the first things is that we have a policy that says all human beings have the right to access to health care.
Amen.
All right. So I want to make that clear. The next thing I want to say is that if you go back to the hospital and you have an issue, we have actually a complaint system in place. So one of the first things you're going to do is to find the patient affairs officer.
Okay.
When you find the patient affairs officer, you're going to speak to that person and explain the concern that you have. Once you make that concern known, an investigation will be done. I also want to say to you that if you're still not satisfied with what has happened, then you can also know the Ministry of Health also has a complaint mechanism in place. You can actually go to the Ministry of Health, and they actually have a department that deals with that to ensure that your right is not trampled on, because again, you have a right to health care. Also, what I want to say is that we know the problems that we're having, we know the challenges, so we have been partnering with the civil society organizations to help us do training of the staff. So even from the very security.
I think that's security me to get some training.
And I agree, and we have seen deficiencies. So we are working to actually train from the very first person who come and interact at the hospital, which is the secretary, all the way up to the rest of the staff.
Can I ask for him to be changed, please?
Okay, Miss Beyonce, I have a question for Miss Hanson also. I am saying, what will happen? What sanctions or disciplinary action will be taken against the security?
All right, so one of the things is that we have private security companies, so we are actually working with them now to train their staff. But a part of it on our end is that whenever we have issues with the security, we will report to their company for them now to actually put in place sanctions. And we plan to send a strong message that we do not accept persons discriminating against anybody that comes into our healthcare system.
So I think that you need to hurry that training up, or you should get security that are trained and are willing to work with persons like Miss Beyonce. We don't want that reoccurring in our health system because we don't want to give them any bad name. And you know most of the persons are bringing from the government to say this is because they're in power with what is happening. So it's Miss Beyonce.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your first visit? Is it your first visit to this health center?
Oh, yes, please.
This is your first encounter, and you were totally embarrassed and turned back. So I guess Miss Hanson has some. She's reassuring you that this won't happen again in her facility, and if it does, you know where to go and who to speak with. Right?
So can I say you see Miss Woman?
So we can call this